Hello everybody, welcome back for our second video of the Season of Giving. So these are the pluck cards. I actually put Gerald Wallace in the first group, which I kind of wish I would have kept him there. Because these cards, it's the same issue I had with the last one. There's no point guard. There's shooting guards who can play small forward and small forwards who can play shooting guards. Who's supposed to run the ball up for me? I ain't gonna lie to you. I didn't have to play a whole game to figure out if these cards were good or not. I feel like this team comparison's fairer than the last game. We're going up against Diamond Mello and I don't know. It just wasn't very great. I was getting dogged and I said, alright, I'm quitting. I already got my opinions on all these. So, at all these cards, we got Hagen, which I swear there had to have been a Hagen card. I don't know if it was last year and I'm just not very smart. And I don't know how to say this guy's name. I'm guessing his name is like Matthias or Matthias Thibault. And then we got Mr. Gerald Wallace. Gerald Wallace. So at all of these cards, depending on what you use them for, you're going to get different uses out of them. Like this Gerald Wallace at small forward is a really good card. Gerald Wallace at shooting guard is a pretty useless. Unless you're using him plain and simple just lockdown, then he's alright. Because this Gerald Wallace is a lockdown. This Hagen is like a shooting guard. He's not a small forward. If you can see how undersized he is, Wallace is 6'8". And he's like 6'5", but he's like that really short 6'5". And he doesn't have good defense. And let's just call him Thibault. Yeah, that's what we'll call him, Thibault. And Thibault is a lockdown shooting guard, which isn't bad. It's not like his offense is terrible. Just he's not going to do everything you're going to want from him when you need it from him. So, I don't know. At all the cards, when I was looking at all the cards, Hagen is like what's his name? Kyle Korver. Kyle Korver doesn't really play really good defense. He's just more there to shoot. And that's exactly how I describe Cliff Hagen. His defense is god-awful, to be honest. I can't play defense to save my life with him. The only thing I can do with him is shoot it, just a pass and shoot, because then he's alright. And then drive to the paint and dunk it. That's all he can do. He can't catch an oop, which he'll run up like he can. But he won't do it. And then, like, I don't know. I think I had him try to catch an oop last game and he threw it at the front of the rim, which I was super mad about. The Thibault card, it's weird because it's not like that Bull card where he's just fun and there's a chance you'll just use him throughout the year randomly. He's not like that kind of fun player. The Thibault card is more, he'll be fun to use when you're playing like a limited game because his defense is so good and you can still kick it out to him for a 3. Like his shot's pretty good. I don't like the way his shot looks, but the release is pretty nice. It's easy to hit. Yeah, there's not a lot to say about that card. And this Gerald Wallace card, he's really not bad. I'm not a fan of his jump shot, which is my big gripe about him. And it's not his fault because I just haven't played with him a lot. It's just his release just seems weird to me every time I shoot it. And it's not like Hagen's card where his release is just really slow and that's why I don't like it. It's like it's off somehow and I just don't know why. Boom. And he can't really dribble, which kind of grinds my gears because he's a small forward shooting guard, not a small forward power forward. Like if this Hagen card was like a shooting guard point guard, I think I'd like him a bit more, but because he can't play point guard, him at shooting guard still isn't going to do much for you. Like, yeah, he'll be a shooter if you need one, but he ain't going to be like, what in the world? he ain't gonna be able to do a lot for you. It's not like Gerald Wallace, who even if he was a small forward, power forward card, he'd still be a good card. Like 6'8" at the power forward's not that bad. You got to think Draymond Green is a 6'7", 6'6" power forward who can also play center. So it's not like he'd be super undersized. He would be undersized, I'm not gonna lie. But it wouldn't seem terrible. Out of all these cards, depending on what you want them for, I could recommend them. Like if you need like a pure shooter who does absolutely nothing else, I could say I'd say get Cliffhanger. If you want a super defensive lockdown, I'd get Thibault. That's probably not even how you say his name, but I don't really care. But Gerald Wallace, I want to call him Green, because that's kind of who he reminds me of. I would get him. Gerald Wallace is only 3K on PC, so he's probably 1,000 or 2,000 for console. So I really only give a full recommendation to Wallace and a partial recommendation to the other two. Like, you should get Thibault just because he's 2K. That's pretty cheap. Wow, I got 2 of them packs in a row. 2 of them in a row. So, I want to compare him to a card that I used who felt similar, but not the same. I always look for him and I can't find him. It says Michael Ray Richardson. To me, this card feels the same other than the 3-pointer. Because they're both 6'5", with good defense. Like, if you look at the stats, it's similar, except for that 3. That's really where you can tell the big difference. And Michael Ray can pass. But if you look at the defense, it's nothing, like, super big in difference. Both of them don't have good rebounding. And, like, you're not getting much difference other than, like, Michael Ray needs to be quicker with the ball because of his point guard-ness. Like, he's not a bad card. I wouldn't say he's terrible. I just wouldn't say he's great. If we're looking at Amethyst small forwards, not going to lie, most of the cards who I said are better than Chandler Parsons are also better than this Gerald Wallace card. I wouldn't put Caron Butler above him because I don't like his defense and I think he's not very good. There's fewer, I would really say there's only two or three cards that I'd really have over him. It'd probably be this Morris Peterson, this Heidu, and Jimmy Butler. Only these 3 I would put over him because Jimmy Butler's defense just feels better. Heidu has a better shot. Morris Peterson just feels nice all around. But that Gerald Wallace card isn't bad. His price is actually really good. For him being a diamond, I would still recommend Gordon Hayward. Gordon Hayward is cheaper. He is so much taller. He feels 1,000,000 times faster. His jump shot's better, even though the rating's lower for everything. He actually catches oops. Cliff Hagan will drop them things. Like, you look at the defense and it says, oh, Hagan's better on defense. No, he's 6'4". Surprisingly strong, but you don't feel it at all. I was getting blown by every time by another small forward. Maybe if he was a shooting guard, he'd play better, but we ain't guarding him. We ain't judging him off of secondary. We're judging him off of primary. Because I would still super pick this Rudy Gay over him, and they're technically the same play style. Because even though Rudy Gay can play good defense for me, he's mostly a shooter. The second group wasn't a great group. Really, I give one full recommendation. If you need a good limited Ruby for the weekend, depending on if he fits or not, I would get this card. Cliff Hagan's a hard sell. If you just need a shooting guard, which I don't know who I would describe as just a shooting guard. I would say somebody like John Starks. Even though John Starks says he has good defense, I don't feel it. I would say he's better than Drazen, because I don't like Drazen. I really don't like Drazen. Eddie Jones is better than him. This DeMar is better. I don't like this Michael Red card. I don't like either of them. Shy is better. I would literally compare him to this card. This is what I would say his equivalent card is, and this Kyle Korver probably still isn't going for that much. Let's just do a quick. Let's see if we can get a diamond shooting guard for buy now. Yeah. You can get about this Eddie Jones for the same price. You can even get DeMar, depending on if you want defense. You can get John Starks. Like, there are decent cards that you can get for buy now that are better. Who would have thought? And even if we bump it down, I don't really like that Stacey Augman. If you get Clay for about the same price, Clay is way better. Bingo Smith is really not that bad. Dell, I would recommend over him, and I don't even like Dell. So, that's a video for today. We reviewed the second group of Season of Giving cards that was released this week. I think the first group was set Sunday. This one was released today. I wonder if they're putting out more cards tomorrow. Or today. On Friday. Because I'm recording this on Thursday. So, we'll see. I'll post something on Monday. If they don't put anything out, I'll just bring up some old cards and review them. I did play that Unlimited game, which I was told that I should play. But it doesn't seem like many people watched. And that game was kind of glitchy, too. Or, yeah, that's the word I would want to use. So, if you guys really want anything specific, I can start running domination games if you want, so I can review my 3 teams a little bit easier, because I don't have to worry about somebody just off-balling me the whole time. It's hard to be like, oh, this David West scored 40, but it was only because he kept off-balling on him, and that's who I was scoring with. So, if I was playing the computer, at least the computer's guarding everything. So, come back for the next video. Peace.